Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee's on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third camp he been in, he a J-Cat. Niggas tryna still...
Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. Y'all sold us by the millions. Y'all killed us by the millions, man. And every nation had a hand in it. The East Indians, the Arabs, you understand? The white man, the Chinese, the Japanese. All y'all had a hand in black people getting destroyed. And then you want to come to America and act like you're better than black people. Don't you know that we made it right? Listen, if it wasn't for you, don't you know the white man would just be beating y'all up and down the street? The white man don't like y'all either. The white man don't like himself. You're dealing with a beast. But black people have died for you to have civil rights. There was no civil rights. You talk about, I know my rights, my rights, my rights. It was no rights in America before we fought for it. So every heathen, especially white women, should thank black people. Right. Because, especially white women, like I said, once again, white women, you was getting raped and beat every day by white people, by your husband and your daddy. You was getting beat and raped, and it was legal. The white man had it legal to beat your home. That's Kevin Gates, Slovakia. You understand? He made it legal. Did you know it was legal to beat your wife before 1993? Did you know that it was legal to rape your wife before 1993? Y'all don't want to talk about white people crime. Y'all don't want to talk about that.
I am Mexican,
Come over here, come over here. What's up?
What's up?
You Mexican?
Yes, I'm Mexican.
All right, no sweat.
And
on both sides?
What?
On both sides?
Yes, both sides.
Okay, no sweat. All right, no sweat.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I just thought I'd come up here. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about, I'm just showing the crimes and how the white man is hypocritical, you know what I'm saying, because of all the crimes that he has done, but he only want to pull out the, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians crimes, you understand? And he's the most vile beast there is on the earth. But yet, let me ask you a question. Who committed the most murders?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't
have a white friend. Come here.
For you guys, you know? What's up, bro? I'd rather just hear you out.
Yeah, I'm going to hear you out. Hey, let me ask you a question. Who committed the most murders in America?
I don't know.
Now nobody don't want to be Charlie Kirk. Just with Charlie Kirk before he got shot, all white people knew the statistics of black on black crime. Now nobody don't know the statistics?
No, because the thing is, everybody reports a different statistic.
Yeah,
that's...
Okay.
I've never thought about that. Like, people can report different statistics. That's just
and you're right, and it's altered too.
Yeah.
Those things
like
are
even
altered.
voting, right?
Well, I think that's the problem with politics is you never know who's right because everybody.
I'm gonna tell you who's right. I'm right. The white man commit the most crimes. The white man commit the most murders.
Right.
And that's a
With
fact.
the government.
And not only that, white people commit the most sex crimes as well. You understand? Which one you rather get? Let me see if you are righteous. Let's just say that black people commit the most crimes. Black on black crime. That's the crime that they talk about the most. Black on black crime. Like they give a damn about a nigga dying. Whenever they ever cared about a nigga killing one another. We making their job easier. They're only doing that to stop you from looking at their crimes. Yeah. That's the only reason.
Apply to every single person though?
Every single white person?
Yeah.
No, but you can have a chance to show me that you're not like your ancestors and your people that's walking on the face of the earth right now.
I agree.
But you have to show that. You can't just say that. You can just because you got a Latino friend, my friend, that don't mean nothing.
I totally agree. It's like you can't say that one person is good just because you met him for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. You got to show that. So do you want to show that? What's your name?
Of course.
What's your Clay? I'm gonna see if you want to show that real quick. Now don't be a liar like your forefather and your people and Donald Trump. Don't be a liar. And don't be proudful.
But how do you know that my forefathers were slave owners?
It doesn't even matter if your forefathers were slave owners. If you are categorized right along with your people and you benefit off of your people, even if you don't or not.
I'm confused on that. If the whole idea is we're all the same people, the only reason why
when we went into captivity, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians went into captivity because we sinned against God. Okay?
Is that in the Bible?
But yes, that's in the Bible. But
what is that?
I'll get that, but let me explain my statement, because every word that comes out of my mouth is the word of God, because I'm a prophet of God. Okay. So let me tell you something. You understand? It was innocent blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians who went into slavery, right? They didn't commit sin, but they had to go into slavery because of what they people was doing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even if your forefather, which I highly doubt, didn't benefit from slavery or own any slaves, that doesn't mean nothing. And just because you didn't own any slaves, it was many portions of making America great. Yeah. You understand? Such as the Irish love to come up here and debate us all the time.
The Irish, I am Irish.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going right to it. Irish people was the slave catchers in slavery. You was too poor to have a slave. You didn't work hard enough to have a slave. You wasn't man enough to have a slave, but you was man enough to go catch a slave, just like these police out here. They not men enough to be in the White House and commit, and study and show themselves approved and get into the White House, but they are men enough to go to the police force to oppress black people. You understand? And slave catching is the same thing as police. You understand? You understand? It's the same thing. Nothing changed. That's why they only stop black people.
But the fact that you're referring to all Irish people as that in America would be unfair, right?
But once again, see, it's a collective thing. You understand? Yeah. What your people have done, you have to go through because they did it. The tears of the Trail of Tears. You understand? It was babies on those trails. They didn't have to. Why they had to go through all that? They was just babies. You understand? So you being grown, you gotta take a little accountability, man. It was babies going through things, man. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be unfair because I'm not associated with those people that did terrible.
All right, I'm gonna see if you're not. I'm gonna see if you're not associated with them. This is gonna tell me if your spirit different. All right, you ready? All right.
Isaiah 49.
Hold up, listen.
Verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens.
It says what?
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
So kings shall be thy nursing fathers. Y'all not listening? You see? Listen, hey, all right, y'all, the Bible talking right here. Hey, so you don't want to hear the Bible? See, your ancestors are coming out, man.
I read the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reading the Bible, and you talking.
Because here's the thing, I'm reciting verses in my head and saying it to him that are counteracting.
All right, but can y'all respect the Bible though?
Yeah.
All right, so let me read.
Bro,
nah, man, you gotta respect the Bible.
I'm telling you, listen.
See, Irish people are gonna go into slavery because it ain't no good Irish person. Where are they at? And when you got the chance to prove it, you don't want to prove it. You want to be a proudful Irish person, which makes me believe your forefathers definitely had slaves or definitely caught slaves. You understand?
That's right.
Because you got the same spirit as your forefathers.
I think, in my opinion,
you believe that you shouldn't listen to a nigga with a Bible on. When the Bible is about niggas, it's our book.
Can I give my opinion?
No, you can't give your opinion. You can't shut the hell up when God is talking, when the Bible is being brought out. You don't have no privilege up here, man. You don't want to listen to God. You know, he's high out of his goddamn mind, drunk. You know what I'm saying? Just like Irish people, nothing pathetic, just drunk losers. Drunk losers that will never achieve anything in life. You understand? And can't hold. Let me get that scripture. They hold themselves not guilty, man. I'm gonna get that in. This is my last one. Lamentations 4:18. You understand? Because white people love holding themselves not guilty, especially stinking Irish people acting like they had nothing to do with slavery. Right. White people was the biggest goddamn unalivers in slavery there was because they were slave catchers.
Zechariah.
They were slave catchers.
11:5.
You understand? They put us in the back of the paddy wagon. And what is the paddy wagon now? They got that right on the East Coast. You understand? Right. The paddy wagon car. They surround 20 niggas up in one car. You understand? They broke what? Freddie Gray, was it Freddie Gray's back? They broke Freddie Gray's back in the back of a paddy wagon. You understand? Because that's what they do. White people just love to kill. And if they can't, and if they can't kill anybody, and if white people can't kill anybody, they kill themselves. They go in the room and blow their brains out, and then their little baby girls and sons got to clean up the blood. You know, white people kill themselves. 30,000 white people kill themselves every year. Right. Why is nobody running up in their houses and taking their guns? Why nobody ain't doing that? You know 30,000 white people are going to get killed with themselves. Why you not taking their guns? 70% of child pornography comes from a white man's computer. Why are you not checking their computers? But when you thought that every black man had a gun, you stop and frisk. Stop and frisk was illegal. You understand? But they made it a law to stop every black person, because they thought every black person had a gun. Well, why don't you assume that every white person has child pornography on their laptops or on their phones? Why are you looking like that, white man? Don't you know your statistics? 70% of child pornography comes from white people, dude. Don't act like you don't listen. Right, listen. He's like, how do you know what I do? How do you know what's on my? Yeah, I know. And don't you know that the government knows exactly who's watching child pornography, and they got a map to everybody's houses, but they're not doing anything about it? Once again, white people, if you talk about black on black crime, you should be ashamed of yourself. I wish I could just slap anybody and talk about black on black crime. Because what's worse? Crimes on children or black on black crime? What's worse? You understand? Go ahead. 70% of child pornography comes from white people's computers. And look, they're walking fast with that one. that white dad was walking fast. He was trying to get away from the noise. He was not trying to get exposed.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
Our possessors slay us, and they don't hold themselves guilty, and neither do anyone else. You don't hold the white man accountable for putting guns into black communities. You don't hold the white man accountable for putting guns in the black community. But God do, and that's why he got to take America. That's why he got to destroy America, because America is unjust. It's an unjust place if you black, Latino, and Native Indians. It's just, you get justice if you white. If you white, you don't go to jail for having child pornography on your computer. If you're a white person, you can sleep with anybody you want. You can sleep with any little girl you want if you're a white person and not go to jail. You understand? Like I said, white people commit the most crimes in America and all around the world. Black people are not the problem of what's going on in America. Black people killing one another is not the problem. That's what's wrong with America. What's wrong with America is because white people rule America.
Right.
White people ruling America is the reason why America is falling. You're right. You agree with that? Do you agree with the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of? Do you know that white people are the most people that commit the most crimes?
Yeah, those oligarchs and all those pieces of shit. I totally agree.
Yeah. Do you know that white people have 70% of child pornography comes from white man computers? All right,
Damn.
I hope he ain't touching. I hope that boy ain't touching.
Damn.
I hope you ain't a victim, young man. Young man, think twice if you're a victim. You understand? Yeah, that's, yeah. Once again, we are the ISUPK, start out at 1 West 125th Street. Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand? If you black, Latino, and Native Indian, America about to fall, so, you know, the Lord wants you to come out of her. And you got to come to the ISUPK. That's the only way to get saved, man.
Yeah.